spots. Publication by Ozzie, yes, and our offer is available for some book signings. They're not complimentary, they're part of your donation towards the good efforts of all the board and a silent auction. These beautiful art pieces have been donated by the artisans, valued at $500. And we're asking you to stop by the desk and see where you can patronize and celebrate. These amazing pieces adorn the walls of your home. Yeah. And for those that are technically savvy, in your program that you have received with some barcodes, take up your camera, scan it, make a contribution, become a member of the board, on the board. As we said, this is it's called a cheerful giving. Giving with a purpose.
Here's the QR code. And yeah, arm length. I see like literally. It's like twice my still tall. Hey, pick a raffle.
Charming? Charming?
Yeah, exactly.
She's the tallest one. I need to use your height.
Okay.
Let's do the legend.
Oh, wow.
We need your height.
You did good. Yeah, exactly.
Your legend.
Yeah, it is. It's a box. It's a lot of
That's a look at my legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is shy desperate oriented, guaranteed.
Let me take off the
They're
second
soft
part.
and enjoyable.
Have something
They
to
also
draw.
have some spinach, you have the traditional and a cultivated. And it's drizzled with a beautiful tamarind sauce.
Okay, let's get this going. Wow, she's done a lot. You're gonna get prizes, honey. I think you're gonna get prizes. Wow. Look at this.
Yeah, that's why I call it.
You got your pen. Yep, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let us know when you draw these. They'll be fine, and then we'll come back.
Right, and the price.
And the prizes are reasonably minimal.
Okay, nice.
Those are silent auctions. So those are all of these. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, but the photos, I'm telling you, that's a good one. Just don't need to buy it. Yeah, that's part of the raffle. Everybody come right over.
Amateur?
And those three on the end are yeah. We have the trophy there, bid over there, and whoever has the highest bid. And the raffle was $7 raffle. One arm length is $20, and one leg length. Yep. Somebody just want a leg length. They're going for $30 for the leg length. Now it's like, you find a tall person, because then you get more kids. They're just going to keep pulling. And this is more
Is there a chance or just a
yeah, same thing. Same story. Yeah. So, yeah. All the QR codes are right here. Oh, you give it away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do we go?
How? Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Oh no, it's my sign on the call. That's good. Thank you. Oh, yes. Don't need to change. That's easy enough. There was a way to do it. I put enough of that out there. Oh, okay.
Ah. Shadow, magaling ka ba?
Yeah. That's pretty tedious. And
Fantastic.
uh, give it back. Five.
Well, very good evening, ladies and gents.
Thank you.
Sorry to break up the mix and mingling and the meet and greet all the very lovely this evening. The weather has treated us well. But we're going to sit on time for this event because time is essential. Believe me, I'm sure I'd lovely to meet all of you. I've not had an opportunity of meeting many faces, but I will eventually. This evening could not have been possible if it wasn't for the support of this gentleman and his amazing staff here at the Trinidad and Tobago Embassy. Consulate, thank you. Lovely, good to be corrected in public. And as we do so, especially when we're live on Instagram. Yeah. So we would like to have the opportunity of introducing Mr. J. Andre Devo, lovely, our Consul General, to open the function, but more importantly, to bring greetings to this fantastic experience, a joyful giving. When we celebrate a birthday, usually we expect to have the gifts, but this year, our Consul General thought it would be a wonderful opportunity for Ozzie to give back. And as such, ladies and gentlemen, our Consul General.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Trinidad and Tobago soil. How are you doing this evening? We're really glad to have you. And before going any further, I want to say happy birthday, Ozzie Stewrat. So I'm greeting you on behalf of my wife, Haley, and probably the best staff in the entire world, staff of the Consulate General of Trinidad and Tobago, who are here assisting this event. I'm so proud to see some familiar faces, people that have been highlighted by Ozzie. She's done a great job. She always does a great job of shining a light on Trinidad and Tobago and their achievers, and that really resonates with us here at the consulate because we want to produce a sense of importance, of legacy, a sense of importance of our achievements. We want to inculcate that in the diaspora, that listen, we have people who continue to slay giants and just do great things in massive places. And our trainees, as exemplified by Ozzie, they are not daunted by size, they're not daunted by the age of our country, they're not daunted by anything really. They do great things in massive places. So I want to thank Ozzie for choosing to do this on Trinidad and Tobago soil. And she was particularly, I could tell she was particularly emotional about this event. There's a lot happening. There's so much. This is almost like a kind of eclectic event. There's so much happening. It's not a book launch. It's not a book signing. It's not just a launch of the on the call podcast. It is a celebration, right? And a celebration of contributions to life and to overcoming and to achieve, to achievement. So we are really glad to be here, and I'm glad to have you here. And I want you to have a wonderful evening as we celebrate this wonderful time with an incredible patriot, not just a patriot, but just an incredible person on the whole, who has such, and I'm sure all of us who know her say the same thing that I do, has such a sincere heart. You know, she's just pure honesty, and it's comforting to deal with someone like Ozzie. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening as we celebrate with Ozzie Stewrat.
Thank you so very much. And at this time, we would like to invite Ms. Ozzie Stewrat just to say a few words. I'm not going to give you the microphone, this is my tool for the evening. Celebrating a birthday is an important milestone. But when someone chooses their entire network of friends and family to celebrate this moment with you, It's more than just a birthday. It's a celebration of life. And it's a celebration of the journey that we have taken with each other in many different ways. And this evening, we're here to celebrate an amazing woman who, to many of us, has created many pathways, has broken ground, but more importantly, have shared from her heart. And now we want to make sure that we celebrate her.
Where do I begin? That's why I wrote stuff down. So bear with me. Thank you, dear Consul General, for your care and support. Welcome, my podcast alumni, many of you here that I see, and distinguished speakers who traveled to get here just to spend some time with us. This is our first event, first ever event after five and a few years. And just so I let people know what it is we do, we're launching a podcast network. And that network includes really 5 different podcast segments. One is Trini Corner, which shines light, as Mr. Lobo had said, shines light on Trinidadian expats who, by their careers and lives, live doing extremely wonderful things on behalf of their country. So they're impacting the country. The next one is our hard issues. And the hard issues speaks to those who have personally experienced any of 6 global issues: abuse, addiction, trafficking, homelessness, animal welfare, those are in that fight, and climate change, our poor earth and suffering. Then it goes back to the Thank You projects, which is where I began. This is a video series where, because of a health issue back in 2019, I was a little bit worried about a path and worried about if something would have happened to me, how I would give thanks to people who've impacted my life. So that's my Thank You project. Saying thanks face to face, the thanks of the thoughts and flowers thing, it just doesn't work for me, you know? Then the other one is Since Then. What we do there is we reach back to those who have been on the podcast to let them know that they're not forgotten, and to also find out what they have accomplished since then, since we last spoke. So they're in our thoughts and prayers as we are alive and living, right? We have another segment which people should be aware of, and that is it goes on our membership page. But yes, there is a membership fee, but what you get there are segments that show a different view of the people that we have spoken about. You know, a lot of people speak, or on the podcast, you speak about people's careers and their goals and, you know, all of that business stuff, right? But who are the people behind all of that stuff? And that's where that leads. So if you want to get to know more about the people we speak to, we look at our membership page inside the call. So thank you for coming in for this launch, also of our nonprofit. Our nonprofit is called Beyond the Call 24/7, whereas the podcast is called On the Call, right? And Beyond the Call is a call to action to the issues that we bring up on our hard issue segment, right? And tonight we shall donate to 4 different organizations. That's our first Giveback from Beyond the Call. You know, call to action means that if we're doing this thing, let's do this thing really, instead of talking about it, right? So with your help, the raffles, we have the silent auction, we have some beautiful artwork by Adelbino in Trinidad, sent especially for this occasion. So that's all I'm going to say. On our website, you will experience our OTCN on the Call Podcast Network, where the experience includes an art gallery that shows artwork that caps each segment. With Trinity Corner, of course, we have to highlight only Trinidadian artists, all right? Our testimonial page is another one. Our faith page where people speak we show clips of guests speaking to their faith. We even have a remembrance page for those who have transitioned, who are part of our journey. All right, in 2023, we made our first out-of-state trip to Colorado. That's just last year, guys. For the first time, the 2 segments. This year, we went to Trinidad to get 2 segments. And next year, the plan is, with your help, to go to London, Germany, Toronto, and Cuba. And yes, Trinity Corner is the engine that is going to get us out there, but we are bringing along the hard issues, which are global issues, wherever we go, right? So we're in the hopes that you will see the mission and vision and hard work in the research, production, marketing, that we've been doing these past 5.5 years, which I believe over 100 episodes, and support us. We're not begging now, but we're support us, please. And let's each arrive at each other's journey that can cause massive ripple effects far and beyond our wildest dreams together. Do it for humanity, which is our spiritual pull and passion as humans, celebrating our full power as men and women, making a difference together of transformations which work now and in our lifetime, shining light, seeing tangible effects that multiply. And now, got that? Lastly, thank you for making me feel touched, loved, and empowered by your grace and presence on this 30th anniversary of my 38th birthday.
You're right. Absolutely. And now, I'm going to ask you, this is not a trick question. Do you all have everybody had a copy? Everybody has a cell phone, or rotary phones are out now. There's a barcode in there, and that barcode is meant to do something. It's meant for you to become part of this community and be connected. Listen, many of you know that charity begins at home. Your parents taught it to you. And so it's important for us to carry this message on. So if you physically can't be there, you can lend your voice, and you can also lend your pockets to a worthy cause. It will help. For the next few minutes, I would like you all to give the speakers undivided attention, because the work and contribution that they have given and represented their diaspora has just been tremendous. Our next speaker, Farley Claremont, many accolades, internationally recognized health expert, but more importantly, great sense of humor and amazing, amazing fellow Trinidad and Tobago national. His most recent accolade, the Chancellor's Award for Research in Global and International 2023. And this evening, he's here not only to impart a little bit of his knowledge, but to also share with you his journey and his success. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Farley Claremont.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I want to thank Ozzie for being the nucleus of this gathering. I want to thank Andre for being the host. If I sound a little emotional, it's because of Wendy's pepper sauce. I like it. There's so many things to say, but I want to applaud Ozzie because she's trying to do something that Caribbeans find relatively difficult to do. By the way, I think of myself as a Caribbean man, okay? But I am a Trini. I've been living in the United States for 35 years. I live in DC, Washington, DC. And when I was young, I used to have New York getting into trouble. But I'm a doctor, and I've been one for 42 years. And being a doctor gives you a certain amount of resources, and you think about how you're going to change the environment so other people could also have the kinds of resources you do and the kinds of ability to influence and impact. And so the way Ozzie and I met is that my family created a foundation in my parents' name called the Frank and Myrtle Cleghorn Foundation. And in April, we sponsored a show with the Trinidad and Tobago government, which was 50 years of Peter Minshall's designs at Stolmeyer's Castle in Port of Spain. And if you haven't seen that show, there's a great archive of it in the National Archives of Trinidad. And it's 50 years of design for Carnival, designs that changed Carnival. And there I met an old friend, Carol LaChapelle, who told me, you've got to meet my niece, Ozzie. So I thought, okay, her niece, Ozzie, Carol is like 68. Ozzie must be like 28. You just heard. Ozzie is also 68. Pretty families and beat it. So Ozzie and I were introduced in April, and we met for the first time last month when she came down to my place in DC to interview me. And we really hit it all. And one of the things we discussed was, what is your philosophy of giving back to the community? And I have a very expansive philosophy. We're all familiar with, emergency giving. We're all familiar with compassionate giving. But there are also philosophies, long-term philosophies around how you give back. One of the most important ways is to do things yourself, to get into direct service, to give time. And I think that's one of the best ways, because you get to use your skill sets that you accumulated over time. In my case, as a doctor, a physician, scientist. But it also allows you to meet vast numbers of people who are in need. And so there are other philosophies that you can try to combine into compassionate and emergency giving. And one of those is what we call effective altruism, which is you think about the issues that are most important to you, the ones that impact the people you care about, and you try to influence those. And I consider what we're doing here tonight part of effective altruism. That is, you're giving back to help change the environment that we all came from, which is the Caribbean. And the Caribbean, amazingly, as far as that advanced as we like to think it is, it still has institutionalized injustices against many groups of people. And so one of the things that I like to do is to give a little boost when it's necessary. And so on behalf of the Frank and Myrtle Cleghorn Foundation, Ozzie, here's a check. Do some good work.
Woo-wee. Okay,
Don't spend it all in one place.
already gone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank all of you for being here.
I'll have one more round punch with you. Perhaps there's another check in there. Now that's the kind of guest you would like to have function. But more importantly, that's why they have a barcode. And we just want to acknowledge Trinidad nationals that continue doing great work. Yeah? It's one step forward, and these are the kind of forums that we get to learn and share some of the incredible work that's taking place. Our next speaker, Dr. David John. An advocate for many years in the field of HIV and AIDS, was very instrumental back in the days when the community of Tunapuna went up in arms when Cyril Ross had its very first home for children living with HIV. Dr. David John stepped in and with the support of his colleagues here in New York, brought a refreshing sense of common sense to the population. Since then, he has continued his work in mental health and has also worked in the Tri-Borough state, creating prevention programs in substance abuse. But this evening, I will allow Dr. David John to share his story and journey with us.
Listen, I think the federal straight out of check. Thank you for joining us in this gathering to celebrate the Day on the Call and the network that was to be launched. And in celebration of our birthday, I am so deeply honored to speak about an extraordinary person whose vision and selflessness have transformed countless lives. Ozzie, you are the embodiment of compassion and dedication. Your unwavering commitment to making the world a better place through the Beyond the Call inspire us all. One of the things you expressed in your programs is mental health issues. And in such mental health issues, the real challenge about mental health is that it impacts on our overall health. So it affects our physical and psychological well-being. The interplay between mental health and physical and emotional health is well documented. Here are some of the key ways that they influence each other. Disorders like anxiety and depression is something we talk about, but there's little more talk and attention. But let me assure you, there is more anxiety and depression that we can diagnose because people are not screened. There's something called a general anxiety disorder screen. So when you go to your provider, it will be a tiny thing and say, listen, do you offer general anxiety disorder screen? Now, if your provider doesn't know whether that, I can just simply Google the nearest Scotland site, and you offer that everywhere. So, but anxiety and depression is a burden on the cardiovascular system. It affects hypertension, affects your heart rate, and consequently, putting a huge burden on our healthcare system. And we have a situation with mental health disorders. The demand to access mental health services or have our pace or supply, provider supply. So that is why screening is very important to get those who need help, the appropriate place to get help. I think you can't remind you what access to mental health services. Psychological stress can lead to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for stroke and heart attacks. Chronic stress, people who are chronically stressed for different reasons, personal issues, life issues, it could happen hormonal changes that could affect the digestive system, the immune system, and other cardiovascular functions. But there's more mental health frequently, impacts sleep, appetite, and perception of chronic pain. We know all too well that the individuals with mental health issues may turn to alcohol and substance use. And depression and anxiety are two medical challenges that very often reduce motivation for physical activity, eating, and thereby increasing the rate of obesity and related diseases. So, Ozzie, and you and your team, I want to take the opportunity. Your network is more than just an organization. It's a symbol of what we can achieve when one person dares to dream big and takes action. Your journey has shown us the true meaning of empathy, resilience, and the power of collective effort. I wish you and your team success in this launch and many more years of positive change. Congratulations on this day of birthday, and congratulations on this incredible milestone. We are so proud of you and excited for all that is yet to come. Thank you very much.
At this stage, thank you, Dr. John. I'm one of those followers of God from heaven, I can tell you. When you walk into that experience, it's an experience. And they check everything. And they take care of you. You get follow-up phone calls, you have it on your phone. Listen, it is the best experience of a health service that I have encountered. And you know what? You walk in there and you hear the sounds of Port of Spain, Kingston, St. George, and Bridgetown. It's beautiful. At this stage, we're going to break for a few minutes for a light bit of entertainment so that we can continue mix and mingling. And then we will start with our speakers. So enjoy a little music, a little dance, meet someone new, and we'll be back. In the meantime, don't forget to check our silent auction tables. And if you have arrived, please ensure that you have a raffle ticket. There's some beautiful artisan pieces.
We have raffles. That's not.
If you're walking through, we're going to start at our silent auction table. Some of those artisan pieces will look beautiful in your hallway and have your raffle ticket. We want to participate. We have some incredible speakers coming up. But as you arrive, just mix and mingle, introduce yourself. We want to know you. If you've got a brochure, please go take yourself. Get your cameras active. Standard historical. I just need to do some contribution with the sunshine. Okay, that was New York. Both of them in the industries of the best. We have such an amazing course that we are going to provide you a sampling of some pretty food at this stage. So please go over to Wendy's and she will provide you a sampling of some of the wonderful delicacies that we have to offer.
On to the training, but
I want to check first.
But I see everyone is enjoying Wendy's, and that's an excellent thing. Most fantastic. But we're going to break tradition just a little bit in keeping with the flow of this evening. And I would like to introduce the folks sitting over in the line with the phone. We're calling your attention because our next speaker is going to be none other than Ms. Vashti Devatai. But more importantly, yeah, we're sharing the stage again. That's all right. So you can still remain in the phone line, and you can still sit where you are, because what's important is hearing the words that's coming from Ms. Devatai as she brings to you her message. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Vashti Devatai. But what many of you may not know is this lovely lady standing next to me. For lots of you who enjoy Yves Saint Laurent belts and scarves and wallets and purses, this beautiful lady here has been the inspiration and the designer for 3 decades. She's also the professor of new design at the Parsons Academy right here in New York. She's bringing words of encouragement and wisdom, and more importantly, sharing her journey with you in the most profound way. Ladies and gentlemen, Vashti Devatai. That's what they did like. So they can
Yes.
see.
This is a beautiful gathering. Ozzie told me several times that when she was doing the training corner, that she worked with the counselor. And here we are today in another phase of what she does. I met Ozzie many moons ago. And so many moons ago. And we became friends instantly because we had a lot in common. She also was in the fashion business for a moment until she found her real calling. I have been in the fashion business for 47 years. In New York, it's a tough thing to break into the fashion business in the early 80s. However, as Ozzie had her journey, I knew what I wanted in fashion from the time I was 12 years old. Because my mother in Trinidad, God rest her soul, she was in that business. She never wanted me to get into it. She said, that's a hard business. However, she knew that was my dream. And I never stopped dreaming. So I went abroad, came to New York, went to Fashion Institute of Technology, studied, and my dream was to work for Yves Saint Laurent. One day I said that to my mother. She said, child, don't say things like that. You'll be very disappointed. But I kept dreaming. I went to Paris, showed my work, immediately they hired me. So that was my breakthrough in fashion. And I am
truly grateful for that. So as we come together today to celebrate Ozzie, the podcast, and the launch of a podcast network, which is amazing. I was, I was one of the few in the beginning, maybe 5, 6 years ago, that she interviewed me. I really didn't know where she was going with that. But as I watched her work very hard to push the podcast forward, I realized what she was doing. So today, I would like to speak a little on gratitude. Practicing gratitude is very easy. It is not a difficult thing. As you wake up in the morning, you can think of 3 things that you are grateful for. You can write them down, or just think of them. Because giving gratitude makes you a better person. I can tell that. I can say that to you. Expressing gratitude is important. Tell someone every day that you appreciate them. That is so important because it's lacking in the world today. So you can call a friend. If you speak to a friend, you can just say, I'm so grateful that you're in my life. I have a friend, every time she calls me, she tells me that. She says, I'm so grateful you're in my life. Practicing gratitude helps another person when you tell them that they are appreciated. Gratitude has an effect of helping you to connect and be focused with your emotions, which does help a lot. With everyday challenges, if you have gratitude, you can handle your everyday challenges even better. We all like to be appreciated. Gratitude kept to yourself is wonderful. But expressing your gratitude to another person becomes real. And it benefits that other person that you are saying, I appreciate you. I feel appreciated. That person feels appreciated. If we look at what's going on in the world, there is so much hate that I try to talk to all my friends and say, you must practice gratitude every day. In your little world, it helps you. And the next person you can touch, it can be in your office, it can be any place, on the street. If someone needs help, you go to that person, you tell them they're a human being and they are appreciated. Expressing gratitude often builds connections and social bonds and improves relationships. Gratitude is always a key component of helping with our mental health. The speaker before me spoke of mental health, and that I would say is an epidemic in the world today. So just practicing gratitude helps you and helps the other person with their mental health. It also ties into your physical well-being. We may not think that, but it does. Gratitude is, in many societies, we have lost touch with gratitude. And I think that plays a big part in the way the world is today. People don't care about each other. So in this gathering here, let us make an effort to keep in touch with each other, as many as people we can keep in touch with, and let them know that you appreciate them. Let them know they're loved. This is a Caribbean community, and there's as much mental health in our Caribbean community as anywhere else in the world. So we are all busy with our lives, and we sometimes forget about telling the next person that they are valued, and we need to do more of that. As it turns out, Ozzie has shown through her podcast the importance of gratitude. Giving back, especially directly before the thoughts and prayers. One of the benefits, gratitude is building stronger social bonds, which is evident in Ozzie's podcast, the Thank You podcast, and since then, because she gives back to the people who she started with. She never forgot that these people were there for her when she needed to start her podcast. So she gives back with the Thank You Project. And if you go on her website, you'll see many, many people that she has endorsed in her Thank You Project. As we leave this celebration tonight, let's remember to practice gratitude and appreciate everyone who took their time to come here tonight. And this is a lovely evening. So I love you all, and I think Ozzie does also.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need a better round of applause than that. She held your attention while I saw the folks moving, and that in itself was an incredible task. Now, the next speaker really doesn't need an introduction, but I will do this. Because sometimes it's important to acknowledge individuals for the hard work and commitment. I was a young kid, very young. Gravity didn't apply yet, I said I here. But I was at Disney World at the time, working at Walt Disney World, and to my astonishment, I turned on the television, and there was Pluto and Goofy, singing, "Who Let the Dogs Out?" As simple as it is for you and I, as a Trinidad and Tobago national, working with 73 different nationalities, and I was one. It was the proudest moment of my life because of that one song that made the entire Walt Disney World at Epcot Center come alive. Ladies and gentlemen, he is our Grammy Award winner. He is also a composer, a writer, but more importantly, he's an advocate against domestic violence. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome Mr. Anselm Douglas.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. All these beautiful people. Ozzie, I love you. Nothing else needs to be said. I love you. I met Ozzie. She interviewed me earlier on this year, I think it was, and it didn't take much. There is such a thing as love at first sight. Love at first meet. So, you know, I really appreciate you, and you have all my gratitude. Okay? So, as an entertainer, as someone who's been blessed with the opportunity to have this tool here, this microphone. See, I believe communicators, be it teachers, anyone who use their voice in their job, preachers, politicians, comedians, whatever you do, once you are a communicator, I believe that you should use that platform to bring awareness to some spiritual society, and we have many of them. I decided as a singer-songwriter, recently to an author, that I would use my microphone to bring awareness to domestic violence and spousal abuse. Because funny thing about that is, it's no respecter of persons. Age. Do you know that the young people in high school now being abused by the person who is still in love with? In high school. You know, it's no respecter of your political affiliation, your financial status or standing. Judges, plumbers, school teachers, policemen, entertainers. Right now in this room, I am 100% sure that there's someone who at some period in their life was abused by the person that they say, I love you too. Amen? It's quiet. Amen? Yeah, it's for real. So, my job is just to bring awareness to it in any way that I can, and I chose my music to do that. I worked with a track to sing a song called Break That Cycle, but I'm going to scratch out of the script and do another song called Abuse. You think I should do it a cappella? You think I should do it a cappella?
Yes.
No, I know we like on Instagram, so if I was there back now. So I'm glad you guys are eating, so you can just listen, all right? A scream rings out in the night. There'll be dark shades tomorrow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Neighbors turn their ear to cheap light. You're the ground of their stereo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Not one person to take your side. So now be free, so free to flex the muscles and shake. Well, oh, what a sad situation. A man beating upon a woman. And then the next morning still saying, I love you, baby. Well, that is your granny, you beating boy. And that is your sister, you slapping boy. And I'm sure that in the core of your brain, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. That is your name, you're kicking boy. And your sister, you're latching boy. So like a drug addict, you should see some attention. Now the children scared to the weak. They huddle up in a corner. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They watching how they mother you ill treat as your kick and abuse her. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But as the woman tears the shed in the heart in which daddy was dead, goes that way, they wouldn't have to deal with this pain. But you with your violent stupor, blinded by your rage and anger, when you have killing chicken, know you're hurting your kids again and again and again. Hey, that is your granny, your beating boy. And that is your tanty, your slapping boy. So now I'm sure that in the core of your brain, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. That is your name, your kicking boy. And your sister, your slapping boy. So like a drug addict, you should see some attention quick. Well, now the years roll by like a flash. Now you're old and you're aching. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If a mosquito bite you can lash, your memory and all sleeping. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, gone are the days of big dander. Now you need someone to change your pamper. But there's no one Because the time you treat them like dirt, your wife, she survived the affliction, while your kids hit the ground that you walk on. All on alone, no, it's you who feeling the hurt, the hurt, the hurt. Hey, that was your granny, your beating boy, and that was your sister, you slapping boy. So now I'm sure that in the corner of your brain, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. That is your name, you kicking boy, and your sister, you slapping boy. So like a drug addict, you should see some attention quick.
Powerful. And we're going to keep on that same tone. The next speaker is an advocate, an activist, sits on the board of the harm reduction, but her message this evening isn't just about the peer support. Her message this evening is the voice of a survivor of sexual abuse. It's not a very easy topic, but it is a necessary topic. And now I hand the microphone over to Miss Marilyn Reyes.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Marion. I want to thank you, Ozzie. Happy birthday. And thank you for having the courage to bring the hard issues to light. I am born and raised in the Bronx. Boogie Down Bronx. Right? I grew up Catholic school. My parents very strict, Puerto Ricans, you know. So I had a good upbringing, but in my family we had family secrets. People don't like to talk about that. Don't say that. So, me growing up being sexually abused as a little girl led me to drug use. And I became a heroin user, cocaine user, for about 7 years of my life. My kids were removed from me. And during that time, I went to prison. And when I came home from prison, I said, I'm not giving the man no more, the white man, no more time. And I decided to make a change in my life. And I found harm reduction, which is just reducing the harms. You know, and we all live harm reduction. You close your door when you leave home, right, to prevent somebody coming in to rob. You lock your door when you get out your car. Why? You don't want them to rob your car. So we all practice harm reduction. But in my case, it was harm reduction in reducing usage of drugs and finding ways to, you know, get help. So you know, whatever it is, because some people use methadone, some people, like me, I am completely drug-free. The choice in my journey, you know. Some people need medication assisted treatment. They may need some other types of treatments to get better. And mental health is in that too. So when I came home from prison, I got my kids back. So now I've raised 6 children. I have 13 grandchildren. Very proud grandma. You know, but in that journey, after I started raising my children, I wanted to give back to my community. So I got involved in harm reduction and I became an advocate. I joined an organization of New York Harm Reduction Educators in Manhattan. I was called On Point NYC. And I started doing harm reduction peer work because peer support is so important in this journey because you have someone that can understand your journey and what you've been through. So peer support to me is very important when it comes to substance use, sex work, whatever the issue is. Because who else can understand you, somebody that's been there, you know? So, I mean, we need clinical people too, but we also, that peer support is very important in helping people on their journey. So when I started giving back, I fell in love with the work. I continue to do it to today. Today, I'm co-director of the Peers Network of New York, top to bottom grassroots. Everyone from the top to the bottom has lived experience, and we're giving back to our community. We don't get funded because we all have history of, drug use, sex work, LGBTQI, etc. So we don't get no funding. For every now and then somebody will donate something and, but we, do our best to raise money to try to get, because every few months we do an event in our community where we reach out to the homeless and people that use drugs that are living in the streets. I live in the Kingsbridge area of Bronx. And we give out clothing, we give out food, we reach the community as much, and we can give a referral right then and there. If we need somebody picked up for detox or whatever, we could do that right there at the moment. So, and also every weekend, I'm out there giving back to my community. And during the week, I'm in the emergency room responding to someone that survived a non-fatal overdose. Because, our community, Black and browns, are dying at a high rate. We are losing people. Every day, New Yorkers, we lose 19 people a day to a drug overdose. Think about that. We're losing 19 people a day. And this is worldwide. This is not just in New York, but New York is where I come from. So I talk about New York. In the city, every 3 hours, somebody dies of an overdose. So when I need somebody in the ER, I'm going to do my best to, give them some hope, lead them on their journey somehow, So I will continue this work. I think I'll do it till I die because I love my community. And, there's nothing like seeing somebody meet them where they're at and then see them blossom little by little. And you, like pushing a little and they respond to you and you just love them because you know what? Everything's about love. We gotta love our people, no matter what they're going through, because we are throwaways to the government. They don't care about us. So we gotta love them, we gotta save each other, because no one is gonna save us.
Marilyn is the face of one of those organizations that you are going to be giving back to. Apart from the Goodwill Industries, and many of you know where Goodwill is located, for the fetters in Trinidad, when you go to GP, it's that road that you park your car on that you always miss. But this time you're going to know where it is because it's an institution for the last 30 years that continues to help individuals with disabilities engage and become employable. This woman is doing it on her own, no government funding, by the support and care of everyone that pitches in. You also have Animal Life. It's one of the largest shelters that's located in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a non-profit that looks after individuals who no longer look after their pets. So that QR code is important. It's not just pretty on a piece of paper. It's meant to do some real work. Now, I'm going to ask you a very small request. I see people collecting chairs because you all think you're going to be here sitting long. No. I'm going to move, I'm going to ask you nicely to move with me to the other side of the room. And I'll explain to you why. As a young man growing up, I was always told that this is your national instrument. And I was fortunate enough to be going to high school at the time when I believe Hazel Manning was Minister of Education. And she said, go away with the recorder, bring steel pan. And I remember it quite distinctly learning to play the steel pan in school. At that moment, it's etched in my mind, and today, we have our national instrument. I know some of you all may disagree with here, but Times Square, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I didn't see you celebrating the steel pan in Times Square. So this evening, while you're on Trinity soil, I'm inviting you over to a young man who, funny enough, I witnessed him before when he was about 3 years old, opening the Brian Lara Promenade. First documented performance at the age of 3. And ladies and gentlemen, an amazing composer. And I would like you to walk with me in celebration. Can you chip in? Many of it just finished Labor Day. So we're going to trip to the other side of the room as we engage our national instrument, played by none other than Mr. Earl Brooks. And if you need a rock band, indicate, I will help you. But we're going down the road. But before we ask for more, I want to take this opportunity to invite Miss Ozzie back up in front. Yeah. Yeah, we can dance, man. Don't worry. The rum punch is great. So, you know, in every great event, you have to celebrate, eh? So there are two bits of celebration that we're going to be doing this evening. One, Ozzie is going to be presenting a very special token, followed by a very good friend of mine, Miss Janice Lawrence Clark. And she and I have conspired to do a special number. Yeah? So if you see things falling out of the ceiling, it's all planned. But this presentation is for our Consul General. So Mr. J. Andre, the boy, if you could make your way up.
I know it's my birthday, but I like to do things this way on my birthday. So this man has been in this service industry for decades, here, overseas, Africa, etc. And I know personally from knowing him just since last August. Yes. I've seen how he works. I've seen how he works in-house. He's like a one-man band. I'm just saying. But I've seen for whom he works. And what we have conspired to do is to I don't even know the words, to celebrate you via these two paintings by Adele Bino. Those are for you. All the way from Trinidad. You better take them because they will have heavy in my hands coming up here.
Thank you so much. And this is incredible because the artist is somebody who knows me since I was about 2 years old, actually. So yeah, wonderful lady. She just never ages. And but I'm really moved by this. Yeah, this is it's more than I could ask for. Just this kind of appreciation. And you are just such a perfect conduit for the kind of things that you're just a perfect partner, really and truly. You know, your sincerity. That's what struck me. You know, she's just so real. All right. You don't have to guess, you know, what you see is what you get with us. And I just wish that everyone that I deal with in the diaspora could show those qualities, you know. So thank you so much, Ozzie, and again, happy birthday. This is wonderful.
On behalf of myself, our team, and all the other people that you worked with that haven't had the opportunity, let's put it that way, to say thank you.
Yeah. So while she's on the floor,
dear Ozzie,
do we need to do the acrobats now?
So, I am so very happy to see you again after such a long time that I have to sing this special happy birthday song for you. Okay?
The pieces now, really?
Really. A very happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. A very happy birthday, dear Ozzie. A happy birthday to you. God bless you. You like my fan? Here. Yes. Yes. It's a safe flat fantasy. Trading company.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, and back to the DJ. But more important, before we go to DJ, folks, don't forget to check out our silent auction table. And we will be passing around a flute of champagne. And we're asking you, it's not to be drunk instantly. It's meant to be a toast. So I would suggest you cater to the rum punch and the water and leave the flute for when we ask for the champagne toast so we can all have full glasses. Yes? Thank you so much. Back to the DJ. And that was not planned.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, lovely, lovely. Okay. Wait, we're gonna put her in the middle. Roll call. What? Go in the middle. One more, he's looking down. All right. All right, crazy to see them fundraising. Yes. Good night. Nice. I would do that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Outside song. Brilliant. Oh, yes, yes. Right.
$30 for like.
It's such a nice idea.
That's why.
But it's a we're be selling the Saturday now. So just be prepared. The circle is passing around, the circle will be passing around, and we're going to be swinging it with some celebration momentarily. The silvers are around, each got your shopping flute. It's a celebration in this evening.
Gentlemen, how are you? Nice to meet you, Andrea. I love it. Take you having a good time. Try. The first row. It is up, so they are
This morning, school, one statement, one right.
very good.
Mary? It doesn't matter what
Alright, I want chocolate foods to be passed around everyone, including we are going to be passing around the tools and we will be pouring champagne as we prepare ourselves for the champagne toast. Alright, from the look of things, it seems as though everybody's shopping fruits are well filled. If not, just raise your hand. We've got two handsome gentlemen, apart from myself, who will be around to fill, to give you a refill, a little top up. Thank you. And you will feel a little habit after the shopping. All right, so Mr. Earl, we are about to do the champagne toast. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing that you all have your glasses. You know, we can't do the champagne toast without the bill figure, right? And following the champagne toast, we'll have Mary from the council that will be giving a vote of thanks, which means after the champagne has been finished, you get to say thank you for a wonderful evening, scan your barcode, we have the raffle to give, and then we will be bidding you a very safe and wonderful journey back to your respective homes. So we've got with the champagne bottle, if you have not, if you need a little refill, a top up, I know sometimes they get a little tired, so. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, well wishers, please raise your glasses. Let me you can't tell them glasses, yes. I want to do So, Ozzie, celebrate it. Ozzie, your friends, your family, and your well wishers are all here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's raise our glasses to celebrate Ozzie, celebrate your wonderful world of giving, but more importantly, to remind everyone about the work upon the call and beyond the call. And that is why we're here, to raise our glasses to gratitude and for the spirit of volunteerism.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Master, hip hip, and happy birthday. And before you finish it, keep the glasses in your hand because at this time we will invite Mary, who will be representing our Consul General, and she will bring a few words of thanks because we just have to express our gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Consul General, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for joining us here today for this remarkable occasion. We are here today to celebrate the official launch of Ozzie Stewrat's new ventures, the Core Network Trinity Corner, of which the consulate and the privilege of being featured in the Consul General. I want to say your hands up for podcast, but also to honor the birthday and the incredible work of the NGO beyond the core. A special thanks to all hosts and MC as well, also the Consul General for hosting this event, as well as the staff of the Consul General who's here today. And all of our guests present here today, especially from the charitable organizations, the various organizations that you represent. Your support and commitment truly makes a difference. To a vibrant Trinity diaspora here today, your support and enthusiasm is invaluable. It is your engagement and passion that help drive initiatives like these forward. Thank you once again to everyone who has contributed to making this event a success. and let us continue to uplift one another in the spirit of June. So enjoy the rest of the evening and get home safe.
Thank you. And now, Mary and I will salute all of you. Get home safely. But before you depart, don't forget we've got a raffle that we're going to be asking one of the OGC members to go in just a few seconds, and we also have the silent auction. You ready? You ready? All right, we're looking for ticket number 651107. 651107. Six five 1107. We've got a winner. There you go. Beautiful handmade artisan piece of Trinidad and Tobago. All right, we'll continue. We're just doing some live interviews on the outside for the course. So the next number we're looking for is 651137. 651137. Last call, 651137. Absolutely. We've got another winner. You get my favorite, the hummingbird. Handmade by a beautiful artisan. right, then we've got 651165. 651165. That's a lucky corner.
Somebody had ours.
All right, let's see what else we have on this wonderful table. Don't forget we've got paper to sweet spot. Okay, we've got 651075. 651075. All right, this number is going to be called the final time. 651075. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, we've got 651007. That's 651007. Last call for this number, 651007. Final. All right. Our next lucky number is 651148. 651148. Final call. Let's verify that it's 651148. I think we've got someone that has some really lovely hot hands there. Are you getting a big number? At your speed, you're getting that big number. All right, wait a minute. 651040. That's 651040. You're very welcome. Marilyn, you're a winner. You are a winner through and through. We've got some more lovely artisan pieces. And we have some handmade posters for those social gatherings. We just want to thank Mr. ClydePrepper.com, the artists who sponsor these amazing pieces. So you're in a box of 651164. 651164. I am going to the next lotto machine with you. And Atlantic City, you are my body. I'm going to stay right by booth number 4. Lady Luck is in the house. Now we have a wonderful purse that was handmade. All right, let me see if it's your number. 651088. 651088. You called it and you received it. All right, so as we watch our time in this wonderful event, the clock ticks. The clock ticks. Let's see what time it is. Let's see, it's your time. This is the last piece by Mr. Clive Pravat. And the lucky number is 651139. A beautiful handmade piece by Mr. Clive Pravat and brought all the way from beautiful Trinidad just to be celebrated by you. Listen, I tell you, that booth number 4, listen, they have a book John Paul and been kneeling in this spot. Lady Love has struck. Lady Love has struck. You have been absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Don't forget we've got Abraham to Sweet Spots, written by none other than this show that she's in the house. A small contribution of $20, and then we have our silent archer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're leaving, we bid you a safe journey, get home safely, and more importantly, get online and become active in your volunteerism.
Bag.
$10. I'm excited you want time. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Consulate General and the beautiful consulate here in New York with this organization, thank you very much for joining us. We get home safely. More importantly, we love you. Happy birthday, Ozzie. And we would like to say thank you for joining us. Have a safe journey home. Folks, we've got just a few minutes before we close the wonderful function. We kiss you farewell.
Okay. Who's in charge of the books?
Yes.
Okay, so I got this. Hi, Oldie. Love you. All right.
And then, yes, and then, and I know you.
I think so. You everyone ready.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's none of it's true.
Okay. Well, I will get it on tape and we'll check it out first. All right? Check it out that way. Right.
I was only told if it's full. That's the monuments. That's. And easy to find. In this new world.
So, yeah.
But it's so funny because I always tell them, I'm like, that's a beat. But you have every way to do it. That's a beat. But I know with it. So you come with this.
Yeah.
So let me just go very cool.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, that concludes our live, y'all. Tune in to On the Call podcast. Go to the website, become a member, support, and we'll see you.